Impala SZ. Let's just try this thing out. Okay, this car's got some good braking, good turning. Everything about the car is great. But this is also the podium vehicle this week. So, would I recommend it? Actually, yeah, I would probably recommend it. It's probably got some decent upgrades, and I actually won it on another account, so maybe you guys would like a review on it. Let me know down in the comments. Let's move on to the next one. This is the Paragon R, and I'm already going to say it. Don't get it. I'll tell you why later on. So, I said to not go for this car. Well, I might not have said it, but I say it now. Complete the Miss Baker missions and get the armored version. It's so much better. It could take a rocket, and I guess it's got some bullet resistance, but definitely go for the armored version. And the Paragon armored also has pea shooters. In case you don't know, that means miniguns. Anyway, the point is, get the Paragon armored. It's way better than this thing. I mean, if you're looking for looks, I'd say maybe go for this one. It's not a bad looking car without the armor plating and stuff like that, but yeah, I'd recommend going for the armored version a lot more. Just looking at this car, I think this is a good off-road, but we've got the Nagasaki Outlaw. This is a prize ride. I'll go over how you can win it after the test drive. So the thing I like about the Outlaw is the fact that it's a little bit higher. Like, if you notice, some cars are quite low to the ground, but this one's actually quite high, and I feel like that would be pretty useful off-road. But still, the turning is good, the handling is good, but the brakes could be a little bit improved, but maybe it'll do better off-road. Anyway, let's move on to the next car. Oh, and you can win the prize by becoming top 5 for 3 days in a row. Sometimes the old cars are the best ones to get in GTA 5 Online. This is the Entity XF. Let's just try this thing out. Okay, the Entity XF. This is probably on my top 3 favorite cars in GTA Online. The first one being the Zentorno, then this car, then the Cheetah. You know if you know. This car has some decent braking, decent turning. Everything about the cars is good. I mean, I'm a sucker for old cars, so I'd say go for it. So, yeah. My friend would love this car. This is the Virgo ZX convertible. And the way he likes it, this. Alright, let's test it out. So I'll be honest, the braking could be better on this car, but everything else about the car seems to be good. And I think this is an HSW vehicle, so that means it could be even better than it is. I think it's also known to be the fastest HSW muscle car in the game, so it might be worth getting, just saying. Now I've got the Baller STD, let's test drive this thing out. So I'll be honest, this is probably one of the nicer looking SUVs in the game. So I'd say go for it. Based on looks alone, I've upgraded this thing as well. I think my friend Kurt also has too. So if he likes an SUV, it's obviously something worth getting. So yes, I would recommend the Baller STD. I remember it's got some pretty decent upgrades. Alright, we've got the I was about to say the Rocket Voltic, but it's just the Voltic. Let's just drop this thing out. So I'll be honest, I'm gonna say don't get it because this car doesn't have many upgrades to it. I know this because I've upgraded it in the past, but I can't remember exactly when. The point being, I feel like if you were to get this car, I feel like Rockstar would have to make this a Benny's car. I feel like this could be a really good Benny's car. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but I'm going to say no, unfortunately. AB700, not the weaponized version. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so the JB700, I'm not really a huge fan of the look of this car, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna say don't get it, because I'm not a huge fan of the looks. And the performance and handling, that's just not good either, it's like non-existent. So don't get this car, move on to the next car. Garbage! This is the Stafford. If you're wondering why I called this thing garbage, it's because it's literally in a garage I named Garbage Cars. So that would be for like the 32 and the Stafford. So don't get this one. I just don't like the look of the Stafford, okay? Okay, I gotta point this out real quick. Before I finish this one, this car kind of reminds me of Alfred, you know, Batman's assistant. So the tulip reminds me of the Impaler, kind of, from the Arena War. But anyway, we're here to test drive this. Let's test drive the thing out. Okay, the car's got some decent speed. Turning is okay. Braking is it's not very good. I'm not gonna lie, the braking's not very good. But everything else about the car is good. I do like the looks of the car, but it's not a car I would probably go out of my way and buy. Just because I think there's some other cars, muscle cars out there that just look a lot better. I'll be honest, I always thought the Masacro in this car looked very similar in the GTA 5 Online, but this one is a coupe and it's called the Expaler. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, the Expaler. The cars really do look similar. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, would I recommend this car? Yeah, it's got good handling, good braking, good turning. Everything about the car is good, and I could imagine this car would have some decent upgrades. So yeah, I'd say go for it. Okay, this is the Infernus, another classic car. Let's test drive this thing out. So I'll be honest, the brakes on this thing ain't the best, okay? So if you're worried about brakes, maybe don't go for this car. But I still think this car looks good to this day. So I would probably buy it. In fact, I might actually do that at some point. I might even buy all the old cars in the game and upgrade them. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, I would say yes, go for it. It's not a bad car.